Roland Mumford with Mumford.law. I'm on the road here in Macon, Georgia. We're going to be in federal court tomorrow on a civil rights case. But I wanted to do a video this evening from here in the hotel room, so I apologize for the angle or the backdrop. I was reached out by a gentleman named Jimmy Haag, Haag. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Jimmy is a YouTube auditor in Arkansas and in Missouri. There was a video done about a circumstance of his where I believe he was falsely arrested. And Random Patriot, Justin over at Random Patriot, did a video on him about a month ago, and it was a great video. And Jimmy gave me a call because he knows I'm a Section 1983 attorney and I do cases in Arkansas. Now, at this time, I don't represent him because he still has pending charges. And so I spoke with Jimmy today, and he sent me some body camera video that gives an interesting perspective from the officer standpoint about the charges that he's facing. And go over to Random Patriot, look at the video that Justin did. And I'm going to kind of do my own perspective here about the video, but particularly about this charge where Jimmy was charged with, in essence, a law that is sort of has an extortion angle to it and a bribery angle to it. Now, Jimmy went to the airport in Little Rock and he was basically holding his phone and he was recording the general area of the airport in a public area. He was not all the way up to the TSA check line. A blonde lady appears, then two or three officers appear on scene, and they ask him to stop recording. They ask him to step back behind an area where there's a drop-down sign that says TSA check. And now, they attempt to sort of establish that these officers and this lady seems to think that that sign there hanging above is sort of some sort of line of demarcation. Well, it's not. It's just literally a sign that tells you where to go for the TSA check-in. And there's no sign that says don't go past this point. There's no line or anything. Jimmy is standing his ground and is saying he has a right to be there, that is public, and he's not interfering with TSA duties in any way. He's not recording their computer screens or so forth. Now, we're going to show the video here in a minute, but let's talk about the TSA issue for a moment. But really, I want this video to be more about this ridiculous charge that Larry was charged with. Larry had told the officer, that if he was going to be arrested, that he would, quote, have his pension or put his name on the officer's pension. That was clearly a threat to sue the officer if he was falsely arrested and had his Fourth Amendment rights violated. Well, the officer charged him with Section 5-52-105. This is the Arkansas Criminal Code. It's corruption in public office. And it says attempt to influence a public servant. And basically, this officer is trying to say that, in essence, that this was some kind of extortion type of threat that Larry was making to the officer, and it wasn't. And this is going to have to be thrown out. And I hope it is, because then hopefully we can help them. But anyways, I'm going to talk more about that in a moment after we show the body camera video. But let's just talk about this TSA issue for 1 second. Now, is it illegal to film publicly in an airport if you are standing near a TSA check line? Well, in the U.S., filming in airports is sort of a gray area between rights versus restrictions. Generally, public areas of an airport, like ticketing counters, lobbies, and areas before TSA security, are generally considered public spaces. So filming is usually allowed under the First Amendment. TSA screening checkpoints are different. The TSA does allow photography and video so long as you are not interfering with the screening process or capturing sensitive security equipment or procedures. They specifically prohibit interfering with TSA officers as they work, filming in a way that slows down the line or blocks movement, recording computer screens or security monitors that could expose sensitive information. Now, airports themselves may have their own policies. Some are stricter and might ask you to stop filming near checkpoints, even if TSA itself permits it. There might be private interactions. You cannot harass, intimidate, or refuse to stop law enforcement. Law enforcement gives a lawful order, for example, again, if your filming is causing a disruption. But generally speaking, it is not illegal per se to film near a TSA check-in line if you're in public and not interfering with operations, but officers may still confront you. If you refuse to comply with a lawful order to stop for safety or disruption reasons, you could risk detention, removal from the airport, or even arrest for failure to comply. Now, you can go look up the official TSA policy page on filming if you want to learn more about that. And that might be something that we do another video about. So let's now play this video. I'm going to show you what occurred so you can kind of get the full context. And then we're going to come back and take a look at this Arkansas statute and this absolute absurd charge that Larry received?
Sir, it's secured area. You got to stand on this side. Right here. No, sir. It's right here. It's right here, sir.
TSA starts right there. There's the checkpoint. I'm going to film TSA. This is my First Amendment right.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to leave. You don't have a ticket. There's no reason for you to be
This
here.
is public property, ma'am. It's run by the municipal commission. That means it's public. Please don't surround me.
We're not surrounding you, but I've asked you to leave.
I'm sorry, you can't trespass on you. Mine, it's a crime, ma'am. It's public property. You understand that?
I do understand that. I do understand that. I also understand that TSA has requested for you not to be in this area to film.
I'll stand right up to it.
Right here. You're not supposed to be up here. You're not.
Where's the secure desk? There's where it's secure. This is open to the public.
I understand
I'm
that.
going to be here for a little while. I'm working on a story, as is my First Amendment. You called that. I am an auditor.
Go past. You want to do what? Let's see a line right there. Stop right there. You can do all the filming.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name?
You said names right there.
What's your badge number? Please don't.
17670. I just want to go over there.
Well, I know what you want, but I'm going to exercise my right to stand, right?
Well, no, you don't have a right to do that.
I don't. What's your badge?
Right here. I just gave it to you. 17670.
Thank you.
It's already phone there. 315.
All right.
49.
All right.
Are you asking or are you giving me a lawful order?
Lawful.
What law backs that?
Come on.
This is your
What
line
law
right here.
backs that?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you about this.
What are you going to do? Will you arrest me if I don't?
They've already told you to come over here.
Will you arrest me if I don't?
Sir.
Say the magic word and I'll leave.
Oh, don't give into this. Hey,
Come on.
I'll put my name on your pensions for as long as I can.
What did you just say?
I will put my name
So
on.
that's attempt to influence the public?
No, sir.
That's what they're doing.
No, it is not.
You
No,
said
it is
that.
not.
All right, I'm going to ask you one more time.
Are you asking or ordering me?
I'm going to ask you to go past that line right there.
Will I be arrested if I don't?
Are you going or not?
Will I be arrested if I don't? I'll go if you tell me under threat of arrest. I'll go. No problem.
It's not going. I'm not going to tell you. I'm asking you right now.
You're asking. I told you I would go.
No, I asked you to go several times. You didn't want to go.
I won't resist.
Attempt to influence public servant as well.
No, sir, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, sir.
Yes, you did. You said you're going to get my pension. Yes, you did.
No,
That's attempt to influence
I
right
said
there.
if.
That's it right there.
All right. I will put my
That's it right there. Call your boss. So we can have him. So you have to decide if I want him banned or not.
I have vertigo, man. Thank you.
Sir, that's it. I'll be entertained for charges of being charged for trespass and also being charged with attempt to influence public servant. Folks, you right there. I'm sitting right there in the chair. Yes, sir.
You don't have a body cam?
You don't have anything else? Go ahead and stand in the house.
You're not going to be in any trouble for me, I promise.
What's in your, what's this right here?
That's my billfold.
Is your ID in your billfold?
Yes, sir.
Did you park right here?
Yes, sir.
Where you parked at?
Over in, out there in public parking. And then long time, short time. Well, I'm not going to answer any questions right now.
Okay. Well, let's not know your vehicle. So we can let them know. You know you're going to be charged for it. Non-con.
Yeah, that's all. Here, I did.
Put that back in your pocket.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
So you saw the body camera video there where Larry is just standing in this general area. He's not even really that close to the check-in line for TSA. You have this lady that comes up to him and approaches him, and then the officers come in on the situation. They try to get him to leave. You see where Larry says, look, threaten to arrest me, and then I'll leave. Because obviously then that would trigger a 1983 claim. But the officer doesn't fall for it. You can see that. But when Larry threatens the officer saying, I will have my name on your pension if you falsely arrest me, this officer says, okay, still gives him the opportunity to go walk past where the sign is. It's above, and then acting like there's some line there, which there isn't. He still gives him the chance to leave, but Larry holds his ground, and then all of a sudden, the officer now wants to arrest him for this absurd charge, which there's absolutely no probable cause for or any legal basis. So let's take a look at this. This is Arkansas Code 5-52, attempt to influence a public servant. And it says, a person commits the offense of attempting to influence a public servant if he or she threatens violence, which obviously that did not happen here, economic reprisal against any person, and that's the key language, or uses deceit with the purpose to alter or affect a public servant's decision, vote, opinion, or action concerning any matter which is afterwards to be considered or performed by the public servant or the agency or body of which the public servant is a member. And it says attempt to influence a public servant is a Class A misdemeanor. Now, I think that when somebody reads this, it's very clear that this is sort of the context of this statute, the statutory scheme, has a sort of an element of extortion to it and threat of reprisal. I think mainly this is where someone is threatening a public official that if they carry out some official duty that is legal, then they may threaten to harm them in some economic way. That is the way that I read the statute. It's sort of a borderline extortion statute. But threatening a police officer to sue them if they are falsely arrested, that their constitutional rights is violated, to somehow say that's extortion, where that's an attempt to influence a public servant, is absolutely absurd. That is just nonsensical, and I don't understand where this officer's coming up with that. So either he was intentionally acting with malice here to arrest Larry, or he is completely ignorant of the law and not being well trained and acting recklessly. I'll let you tell me what you think in the comments. So again, I think here that this was clear that this is not an attempt to, quote, threaten economic reprisal against any person. Economic reprisal? I mean, if I was in Arkansas and I'm going around threatening to sue police officers if they falsely arrest my client, I no telling how many times I've violated the statute. So anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I appreciate your time. Please click like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.